Right now on WRAL, an unorthodox start to a murder trial. The suspect's lawyers admit he did it. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. Prosecutors say 39-year-old Andy Banks was senselessly murdered while trying to sell his car in Raleigh in 2020. WRAL's Chelsea Donovan was in court today for this high-profile murder case and joins us now live with details. Chelsea?
Deborah, Justin Merritt's attorney readily admitted in court this morning during opening statements that her client pulled the trigger. However, she said the murder of Andy Banks was not premeditated and said that Merritt had everything to lose but nothing to gain in killing Banks. Meantime, the state called 8 witnesses to testify today, everything regarding the extensive search and the investigation of the Banks case, as well as his jovial character.
This is the last picture taken of 39-year-old Andy Banks, snapped on a doorbell camera just hours before he went missing.
Andy was very friendly, outgoing, extroverted, always just a trusting person.
With a knack for fixing and reselling cars, in early September of 2020, he went to sell his 2010 Range Rover in the Village parking lot. This was the potential buyer, 26-year-old Justin Merritt.
He decided to flip it with the wrong person.
Merritt of Danville, Virginia, arrived with his brother-in-law outside the old K&W cafeteria in the Village District to meet Banks on September the 12th.
Justin goes for a test drive with Andy in the passenger seat, Justin in the driver's seat. They're talking about the car.
After that, the state says no one heard from Banks again.
The defendant took Andy Banks's car after he chose to shoot him at least 5 times in the back and then dump his body in a field to conceal him so that he would never be found.
The state says while driving the SUV back to Virginia, Merritt dumps Banks's phone on I-40 near Cary, then parked Banks's SUV near his home, draped a tarp over the bullet-ridden and blood-stained SUV, and at some point shot Banks, dumping his body in a field. The state says they found a gun hidden in Merritt's couch cushion. The defense says Merritt admits to killing Banks.
This is not a whodunit. This is not the type of case where we're going to be pointing the finger at someone else and trying to convince you that someone else is responsible for this.
And Merritt is not expected to take the stand. If convicted in Banks's murder, he will automatically receive life in prison. Deborah?
Quite an interesting start to this case. Chelsea Donovan live in Raleigh. Thank you, Chelsea.